Hilary Jane, who has been selected for a Citizens Award this year, and congratulations, Hilary. It's a fantastic award for you.
Thank you.
Were you surprised to get a letter from the council, better than the one you normally get?
Extremely.
Yeah, and what was your response?
I can't really say.
Can't really say? Very surprised, obviously.
Yeah, gobsmacked.
Okay, so we're going to talk to you about a little bit about your upbringing, and then we'll move on to some of the things that you've been involved with community-wise. So I understand you were born in Dunedin, is that right?
When my father was studying to be a Presbyterian minister.
Right, and then after being born there, you moved up to the North Island, I understand.
To Turua on
Turua.
Hauraki Plains.
Okay, that's just a little wee village from my knowledge, yep. And then moved to the Stratford area later on for schooling.
Yeah, Toko.
Yeah. So how old were you when you moved to Toko?
It was the end of 66,
Right.
so I was still 10.
You were 10, okay. So a little bit of time at Toko School and then on to Stratford High. So in my notes it tells me that you were involved doing community things even way back then, because you were doing some tutoring or church related stuff even while you were at school.
Just teaching Sunday school.
Okay, as a teenager?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's a great start. And at Stratford High School, when you were only a young lass, at tender years of 15, you met Albie.
I did.
Okay, and was that at school or elsewhere?
Albie was working in the Toko dairy factory.
So childhood sweethearts. Yeah. And you ended up marrying Albie only 3 years later.
I did.
At the age of?
18.
In that little period in between there, I know that you did some training as a nurse. Mm-hmm. And where did that happen?
Wellington.
Okay. And then you moved back here. And after you got married, what happened then? Were you farming or nursing?
Been farming ever since.
Okay. And the bulk of that farming was on this property here on Pembroke Road?
Correct.
And it's beautiful, I've got to say. The sun is pouring in here. There's $1 million view out of every window. It's great. You'd never leave here.
I don't want to ever leave here.
No, I truly understand why. So when your kids came along after a little while, and they attended Pembroke Road School, which is only a couple of k's from here. And I guess that's how, like many people, you got involved with the school.
Yep.
Yeah. And what was your role there?
Oh, well, eventually when the BOT was invented, yeah, I was secretary on that for a little while.
Okay. So how many years did you do on the school committee and then the BOT?
I can't remember.
Can't remember? A long time though, no doubt.
Just seems a long time ago.
Yeah. I know in that era there was a centenary for the district and the school. That was in 1993. And were you involved in organising that?
I was on the Centennial Committee. So
Okay.
just one of the many helpers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then again in 2018, when the 125th came along, you were definitely involved then, because I can recall that.
Yep.
Yeah. And you were tasked with writing the Centennial booklet, or the Jubilee booklet.
The Jubilee, yeah.
Yeah. And what's involved in that, and how long did that take you?
It took a long time and lots of interviews with special people who'd had a long involvement with the district.
Okay.
Yeah. So recording local history.
Yeah. And have you got special interest or special memories of that? Was there anything in particular that stood out?
Well, meeting Jim Kemsley, who was 99 at the time, that was a real highlight. And unfortunately, he's just passed now.
Okay.
So it's an honour
Yeah.
to talk to people like that.
Yeah, for sure. So throughout this period, you were also involved with the Ayrshire Club, the Taranaki Ayrshire Club, and I believe you joined that around about 1976. Okay, and you've been a member ever since. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I see from the sign on the gate out here that there's a picture of an Ayrshire cow, which is a dead giveaway. So you've had a number of roles in that club. What are some of those roles?
Initially publicity officer, promoting the club and the breed. and eventually secretary for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm still publicity.
Okay, so the Ishire Club obviously recognised that you had some skills in writing because they asked you to write their Jubilee booklet way back in 2001.
When they were 75, yep.
Okay, so you've obviously developed a reputation in that respect. So the Ishire Club has a national award called the Kitty Roa Trophy, and you've been awarded that trophy. Yeah. You've been very shy because I know you've been awarded it more than once. How many times have you been awarded?
Just 2.
Just 2. And that's a national recognition for the person who puts in the most effort into promoting the breed. So a great honour. And in 2012 they recognised you again, and how did they do that?
You tell me.
You know. It was the Distinguished Members Award for outstanding service to the Ishire Association.
Yeah, I love Ishire cows.
Yeah, and you've spent nearly a lifetime promoting them, which is great. So, and you milk them here on the property still?
There's 1 or 2 still.
Yeah. So how many did you have? What was the most you ever had here?
120
cows.
maybe. Yeah, it's only a small farm.
Yep.
By today's standards.
Yeah. And you milk them through that fantastic walk-through cowshed out here. One of only a few in New Zealand, I'd suggest.
Working ones, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's brilliant. You've turned your hands to doing community things, in particular organising things and helping out, but books of something that keeps springing to mind. And you wrote the centennial book for the Stratford Hockey Club. Yeah. So how did you get roped into that one?
I don't know, because I only ever played for Douglas, not Stratford.
Okay, well, they'd obviously heard about you and roped you in and got that done. And you've written some family history books?
For 1 or 2 special people.
Yep.
Once again, the older generation I've got the highest respect for, and it's an honour to get involved in those.
Yeah. So how many family history books have you written?
I think there were 4 for individuals.
Okay.
And then I did a couple off my own bat that tied in with recipes, but they were actually stories about those people.
Okay, so you've branched out into a couple of recipe books as well, which is great. And I'm cheating here because I'll have to admit there's sitting in front of me, so I can't help but get this right. There's 10 in total. You've done a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And a great skill. As well as the things we've talked about that you have done, you're also known as a very caring and giving person, and you've got a big reputation in that respect.
Oh, it probably all comes down to the cake.
To this cake? You've got a wicked reputation for cooking fantastic sponges, and I understand that you're very generous delivering those around the community. Yeah.
Anything, well, it costs nothing to make someone smile, put it that way.
For sure. And who do you pick out to deliver them to?
It can be for any reason. It might be a birthday, it might be a wedding anniversary, it might be a thank you, it might be just because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a really nice gesture, and I'm sure a lot of people really appreciate that. So it's that kind of gesture and the kind-hearted nature that you show, which really epitomises why you should get this award. So it has been a pleasure just coming up here to see you and talk to you for a few minutes, and you're thoroughly deserving of Citizens Award. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And if you've got a knife, shall we partake?
We shall.
Okay.